What is up, everyone? It is DJ Martini Midwest Reviews coming at you with another video for my channel. Today we've got a really going on. We got the Ikarao Break X2. It is a karaoke machine that's all in one. A great speaker, great mic machine, great overall little machine. So we're going to be talking about it. I'm super excited for it today. I did a Mass and Go one like a week ago and just wasn't impressed. A little older technology and just isn't quite cutting it, and so this one is definitely far above my expectations, and so we're going to get all into it. I got a lot of information. There's a lot of videos out on this machine. Some came out just recently too, and I had already kind of looked at it, and I definitely knew I was going to do one. I've been testing it out for a month, and so I've had it. I just haven't gotten around to making the video. Got a lot of things I'm going to be bringing to you guys. Stay tuned for this one. I got a lot of good information. I like to get really detailed, talk about a lot of things, and so we're definitely going to get into this one. So stay tuned for the whole video. Got a lot of information for you. And just wanted to say too, thank you guys for liking, subscribing, sharing. Join the Martini Nation. We're growing, hitting about 6,000 subscribers. I'm super excited. Let's continue to grow this year. And yeah, you guys are awesome. That's all I got to say. Just know if you've never tuned in with me, I love to do reviews. I love to do tutorials, just like to do that research for you, so you don't have to. Give it to you as easy as possible. Find those values that you just, you're looking and you're like, I don't see a lot of information, maybe some hidden items that you don't see every once in a while, a lot of videos on. That's kind of what I like to do, because there's tons of more content coming. I got tons of videos in the future as well, so we're going to keep rolling. We're going to keep rolling, everybody. So thank you for being here, and let's get into the video on the Ikarao Break X2, like I said. So the reason why I got this is because I'm a DJ and I do a lot of mobile events, and sometimes by the end of those events they want to do karaoke, and like I said, I don't like to use my main system because people will be yelling. Maybe they've had a few cocktails by then, they're rolling, and things get damaged, dropped, screaming, and then I'm messing with the EQs and everything, and so I just wanted something I could put off to the side and say, go at it. You guys, it's easy to control, it's easy to use, go at it, and you guys can just, I'm not too worried about it. Other than my main system, I don't want to abuse it that much. So this thing is awesome, and that's the main reason why I'm bringing it today, is because, I think it definitely fills that vibe. Usually I start off with the videos with what's in the box. I'm just going to tell you what's in the box, but I'm also going to show you in a little video of when I first opened it, and so you can kind of see me going through the video in the corner here. But what is in the box? So let's see. You get in the box right here, we can have the box. I'll show you it. It's actually really nice. If you saw it in the store, you'd be like, hey, this is an interesting machine. And so it's the Ikarao, like I said, Break X2. With a lot of pictures of the unit with the microphones. You could see some lights and sounds. Sounds like they're getting busy over there. Some of the peak things they like to talk about is the 600 watts of power that they have, Android to 13, self-charging microphones, and the 180 flexible rotation touch pad, which is very cool. 10-inch rotating tablet too, so very, very cool. So in the box you get the actual unit, which I have right here behind me. You get 2 microphones. You get a carrying strap, which I don't have out, but they do have it, and it is in the box here. The AC power cord to charge it, and then you also get a quick start manual. That's where we're at right there. With that, I'm just going to let the unboxing keep going while I'm talking about some specs right here, and then we're going to go full into the machine here. But this karaoke machine, like I said, came out in December of 2023, so it's about a year old with that Android 13 software that it has. It retails, well, when it first came out, it was around $500 and some dollars, so it was pretty expensive retail. Right now it's $469, but there was a $100 coupon. I don't know if that's there anymore, so I did get a pretty good deal, getting it around $350. And so that's an extreme value in my opinion for the speaker, because it just really sounds fantastic, and we're going to get into that as well. But so check that if you're really interested, and check that out. I'll leave some links for that to see if there's that $100 coupon. If not, it might be around $469, which still is a pretty good value in my opinion. You do get a lot with this. So features is definitely 106 decibel levels the speaker can hit. That is pretty close to some PA speakers that DJs buy out there. So this thing gets loud. It sounds fantastic in my opinion. Very comparable to some of those big name party speakers like by JBL, Sony, and um, Samsung. You know, some of those party type speakers that they have out there. It sounds really, really good. It has dual 4-inch woofers in there, which I do like the woofers, and some smaller little tweeters. 1-inch .2 tweeters in there. The 10-inch tablet screen, which will show you the two mics. It is a Red Dot uh, winner, gold award winner, which is a company that goes out there, looks for, you know, companies that are being with really good innovation in design, product design, communication, and the design concept of the item. And then they judge all these items, and it was the winner from that Red Dot company. And so, you know, I back that up because I think this thing is fantastic, and I keep smiling because it just the first time I turned it on and, you know, listened to some music on it, I was just blown away how good it sounds in my opinion. All right, it's got definitely mic modes. It's got 32 feet of range on those microphones. They're self-charging, so when you put them back in the unit, they charge on their own, so they'll always be charged for you, so that's good. HD tablet screen, 180 rotation on that tablet. Great sound in my opinion, you know, and I always say that because, you know, sound to everybody is definitely going to be up to them. Built-in battery, 8 hours of battery life on that. Portable, it's easy to carry. It does have a bass boost. It does have a range on that Bluetooth for, I think it has Bluetooth 5.3 or it might have 4. So it's got really newer Bluetooth, and that's 164 feet, 600 watts lighting effects. Got a really good 64-bit quad-core A55 architecture for that Android 13, which is pretty new. That is newer, and so it's going to last you a little while. Other than some other units that I just reviewed on that Mass and Go that had like Android 7, which is not even updatable. It was terrible experience using it. So this is definitely newer, and it's working fantastic. Unique design, those handles. I'll show you some of the cool design features with like the rolling bowl volume switches, lots of inputs and outputs for media. So it just really has a lot of really cool things that we're going to go over. So, like I said, this is kind of the middle of the road for them, for this company, Ikarao. And if you have the funds and you want to upgrade just a little bit, they do have the X1, which has a 6-inch subwoofer, two smaller, like, I don't want to be wrong, but I think it's like two smaller 2-inch tweeters, a 6.5-inch in the middle. I bet that would sound fantastic. And it does have some extra features that this one doesn't have, but for the most part, pretty similar with a lot of things we're going to talk about. But it does have a 13-inch tablet and a 800 watt of power in that bad boy. And so, man, I bet that would sound amazing. I'm going to get you off the tripod here, and we're going to go full in depth and take a look at all the features on this thing up close and personal, and we'll take a look at it. Definitely, I'm just pick this up. This does weigh 13 pounds, so it is a little heavy, but it does have that strap. You can see those two 4-inch speakers inside with the 1.2-inch tweeters. Nice little gold emblem for the logo there, but you can see that they do have a bass button here, power, Bluetooth, and your modes to go through Bluetooth, auxiliary, and local play. Very, very cool. You see that they have the roller knobs. I'll show you those in a second, but one is for your lights in the front, and that is for that one, and this one is for your volume right there. It does have little rubber feet on the bottom and a tripod pole mount. It does have those handles on the side, very, very nice, and your strap that you can put on the side. On the back here does have your power plug right here, and it does have lots of ports for extra items, HDMI, USB, mini SD card. You have an auxiliary out and in 3.5 millimeter jack, quarter jacks here, and you have it does have instrument and microphone switches there for your quarter jacks and volume adjusts, which is very cool. So you can adjust the volumes accordingly with that. Very, very cool. Like I said, those roller balls are kind of cool. Really cool design on that. Very, very cool. I can see some other people copying that really fast here. Let's go ahead and open this up right here. Here is your 10-inch tablet screen right here. We can move that up, sorry. 10-inch tablet screen. And then you do have some more features right here. These are your microphones, which, like I said, just pop right out. Very, very cool. We're going to talk about those in a second. And then you have your reverb, a manual adjust here for reverb, treble, and bass. And then your music ducking, which will lower the volume on the music, and your mic will be able to kind of take over a little bit more. And then these are your voice modes here for karaoke, but you have a lot more within the software. So let's go ahead and fire it up. The power button right in the front. And like I said, this thing is very, very cool. It has that Android 13, which sounds really good in my opinion. All right, so you got those lights. Like I said, you can adjust them with this. Well, once it fires up here, we're still not fired up. There we go. Now you can adjust those lights. You can have them off. There's different modes here, colors, things like that. You got to kind of go slow, but pretty cool on the light adjustment. Like I said, full volume adjustments there. Let's go to the software. It's really easy to use, and that's what I kind of like about it. So you have your karaoke modes here. You do have YouTube, Carafun, and Smule, which all are apps. You can pay for paid versions. There is some free things that you can use with them. It's kind of a whole nother video if you want to go into it, but you can go straight to YouTube once you're hooked up to the internet, which you will have to do by going to the Wi-Fi button here and hooking up your internet, putting your codes in and all that stuff. But really easy to do. You have Bluetooth as well. You can go Bluetooth to anything and play music through it as well. Auxiliary, like I said, auxiliary ports. If you want to hook up extra microphones, a guitar, a keyboard, those types of things. It does have Spotify here. Music players. That would be for your, if you put a USB card, which we will in a second, and then your local media offline and stuff that you can put on. It does have a little bit of memory in here, so you can save some files and things if you have some favorites. It does have a service. Will take you to the actual Ikarao service page where you can scan in and get some support there. It does have your settings here, which will have your information about your unit here, your version. You can do updates from this page here right here, detect your new versions and reset to factory settings. Can go to your display here, can adjust that, and your key brightness as well, which is down here. So if you want brighter key brightness. It does have a sleep timer up to 30 minutes there, you see. And then sound for your mic volumes. These are your mic modes for your karaoke. And then you have your Wi-Fi, of course, on the buy, which will have some Wi-Fi information, so I won't show that. But file management, which is more like a file management, like an operating system for Android. Right here, you can see some of that there. And then screen mirroring and a user's manual is actually in there as a quick start guide if you want to go through some of that stuff here. While we have that, why don't I go to the microphones really quick. Very cool that the manual is in the actual item. That's a very good idea right here. So let's see. So the middle button, which I did not know right now because I had been looking, you have a volume, and then it says that the middle button is a player, pause, or skip forward. So that's cool. So here are our microphones, and we can go ahead and power that up. And you can see the power. It tells you what mode you're in. And like I said, you have volumes for your mic, and then you have that play, pause, I guess, for your track. So you can play or pause while you're doing the karaoke, which is pretty cool, actually, from the mic. You got your charging ports on the bottom. And these mics are pretty good. There is some feedback from handling it, but not too bad. And as long as you just hold it steady, you'll be really good. And like I said, these mics sound fantastic. Mic check, mic check, mic check. I mean, this is really loud. The volume is half volume, I think I'm right now. Let's go back here. And there's a little volume meter here, so this is mute. And if I go to about half volume, right there, mic check, that is super loud. So this would be great for speeches in a small room or things like that, conference room. This thing is freaking sick for little events that you could think of. If you're a yoga teacher, do things at the gym or things like that, my God, this thing is great. So really like that. And like I said, volume's on the mic. You can play, pause music from the mic as well. If you had this next to you, it's almost like a controller. And then you have your power right there as well. Let's go ahead and go through some of the modes. So let's go back right here to the modes, mic effects right there. So you have your mic effects right here, and you have original, karaoke, popular, cartoon, custom, which you can adjust the reverb, treble, and bass. A little touchy on that touch screen. Let's go back to mic effects. Monster, professional. Yeah, I like that. Super with a little echo on there. And original, which is your normal voice. So very cool on that. Do like the microphones on this sound here, and then you have your mic volumes and all those mic modes as well. And you can adjust your volumes like that, or you can do it on the mic, which you can see I'm adjusting the volume from the mic there too. Very cool. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and power that down, and then I'm going to put it in there, and it automatically charges as well, which is super cool. All right, we go back here. So that's about all the things that I could show you on this. Like I said, you can go to your Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, auxiliary, lighting modes would be on the front that you can adjust to: bright, romantic. You can close them, turn them off. So those are lighting modes. And like I said, volume right here on the screen, music, tablet, or the mic effects, and then your karaoke service and your settings. So pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and give you a quick sound test. You do have power on the top here and a battery meter as well. So you can go to this to shut her down, and you can screen off, exit, reboot, shut down. So very cool. But let's go ahead and plug in a USB stick. So I have just a regular USB stick. This is one of my ScanDisc old school expand, which the lightning port doesn't really do anything anymore, but I can still use it as a USB. So we're going to go ahead and plug this in the back in the USB slot. And I just want to show you how quick this is. So it recognizes a USB, say yes, and boom, it's going to pop up my songs that I have on it. And like I said, you could just let them play all, or you could do whatever. But it's very cool. So I do have some test music that is royalty free here, and so I'm going to go ahead and push that. I'm going to back up. I think it sounds really good. The bass boost is on. I'll turn that off in a second. Turn off the bass boost. Alright everybody, we are back, and what did you think of that sound test? I think it sounded really good in my opinion. Great sound stage, very loud, just sounded super crisp and clear, very warm, vibrant, really filled the room. The bass boost, man, I like it with the bass boost on, and you usually don't say that about a lot of speakers. Usually you turn that off so it sounds a little much clearer and those types of things. But man, the bass boost sounds great at all volume levels. The volume level was only half volume, and it really was filling the room. That's all I needed. And the microphone would be just as loud. So, very, very cool speaker, and I really like the sound profile. It does have some soundstage and very crisp, clean, and yeah, sounded really good. I was impressed. It put a smile on my face. So, next thing, pros and cons. Everything about the speaker, pro-wise, is everything I've been talking about. The tablet, touchscreen, the two mics, the great sound, the two 4-inch woofers with the 600 watts of power. Man, it really does show that power. It's, man, great features, great design, 8 hours of battery life, really quick to charge. It has some built-in apps and those types of things for you to use and settings. Very easy to use, those types of things, and great control from those microphones as well. It wouldn't be me if I didn't give you guys a couple cons, and I do have a couple cons, and one is the Android 13. I wish it was a newer Android system. I hate to think that in a couple years this might not be working as good or outdated or no updates or types of security updates and those types of things. So Android 13, it's just something to think about with what you're getting here. Also, the microphones, plastic shell. These are plastic, and so durability is something to think about. If you were to drop these, I don't know how long they will last, but they seem built pretty good. I don't want to test the theory, but they are plastic, and you do get a little feedback from messing with the microphone if you did, so something to think about as well. A little crackle when you're switching the modes, like from like monster mode to karaoke mode or those types of things. You'll hit a little crackle, which is something to think about, but nothing huge, nothing that's breaking the bank here, but just something that I want to bring up to be a little bit picky and to give you guys some cons. Another thing that I wanted to bring up as well is I did say that you can get more apps. You can't download the apps on the tablet though, so you can get to the internet through just hitting the YouTube apps or the apps that are built in. And so if I close this here, I'm on the internet. I wanted to double check this. And so it does have the Spotify app, which will take you straight to Spotify. And it does have local media in your music player. But if you go to YouTube and you hit YouTube, it does have this new tab in the top, and you just hit new tab and it will take you to Google. So then you can go ahead and use any app or use any software that you want to use. But you do have to sign into it, and then you'll have to close it and then sign into it again next time you use it. You probably could maybe favorite it and might come up somewhere, but I didn't see any really memory and things retaining things. And I went to the Play Store and tried to download apps and stuff, and it just wouldn't apply to this tablet. So if anybody knows how to do that a little bit better, maybe let me know. But other than that, I couldn't really figure that out. So that is a con, but you still can use like Tidal or Apple or those types of music services, Amazon, on there, but you'll just have to sign in through the internet, and you can't really download the app on the tablet so far that I figured out. So if you guys know more than me, let me know. I'm always learning. We're always learning. Learning is more knowledge, and I'm all about that. So let me know if you guys know how to bypass that or figure out how to get it on this tablet if it has memory or those. Other than that, I think that's about all the cons. Let me just wrap this up with final thoughts. Who is this for? It's for anybody, man. If you want to have fun with your kids and use a karaoke machine, it's fantastic for that. It's an all-in-one, one-stop shop for that. If you are an instructor, if you are a teacher, if you're a musical artist that likes to perform little gigs, sidewalk gigs, or little cafe gigs, man, this thing is loud and it's fantastic sounding. So it's really going to make you sound good as well. And so if you're a teacher in a classroom, want some extra music or something that you can listen to, you can watch TV on this. It has internet, those types of things. An instructor and you do small sessions, this thing is loud, and I can compare it to some of these party speakers that JBL makes, that Samsung makes, that Sony makes. It is really loud, and so I definitely would put it up there with those. And price point wise, it's kind of similar, but it is a value if you can find it for that 360 range with that $100 coupon and all that stuff. I think that's a great value. It's kind of pricey at $469, and the X1, if you can afford it, that's super pricey at almost $650. But I think they'd be worth it. You do get 800 watts with that bigger speaker, but it's all options and what you can afford out there. But this mid-range X2, I'm completely happy with. 2 thumbs up. You saw it here on DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. I definitely like it. I think it's a total package for about 350 bucks, and it would be cheaper than making your own karaoke system with like a mixer, all the cables that you'd have to buy, converters and adapters and everything. It would probably be right in that same range. So this would be more of a one-stop shop, and I do like that. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are awesome. Let's continue to grow the Martini Nation. I got more content coming all the time. I got more videos, and it's just been fun with this one. This one really put a smile on my face. Makes me enjoy what I'm doing with all these great items, and yeah, it was really cool. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. DJ Martini Midwest Reviews, and we'll see you really soon on my next video or tutorial. Thank you guys.